Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for April 17th, 2026. We've got Renaissance, Hinterlands, and Intrigue today. And we've got a 5-2 on a board with some strong fives. I suspect that's going to be good. Well, yeah, I mean, mostly because of being able to open Recruiter. But yeah, let's take a look at what we've got. So Recruiter and Trading Post for trashing. We've got Mountain Village and Recruiter for plus actions. Sculptor can also give you villagers, but only when you like it itself is terminal, so it's not really net actions. Kind of like Patron, where you could potentially build up some villagers. In any case, draw is either minion or guard dog. So those are kind of keying off of the same thing, but then going different directions with it, where both of them kind of want you to reduce your hand size, but then guard dog, obviously isn't pitching your hand to draw back up. I mean, obviously you can draw with guard dog without reducing your hand size. It's just less effective. Both of them potentially serve as counters to Berserker, so that's nice. And then for gains, we have plus buy from Bridge, we have gains from Berserker, we have gains from Sculptor. So notably, Berserker does not synergize with Bridge. It just gains a card cheaper than itself. So cost reduction, the only thing cost reduction does with Berserker is make it so that eventually you can't gain anything because nothing is cheaper than the Berserker. On the other hand, Sculptor, because it gains a card costing up to 4, if you combine that with cost reduction, it does start to gain other things, including itself. That on this board, Sculptor gaining itself doesn't necessarily seem like the most significant thing. It could be. I don't know. It's a little hard to say right now, but like depending on how many actions you have, how much draw you have, and so on and so forth, that could be really good. I could, if you just have Canal, so you're guaranteed to start your turn with at least a little bit of cost reduction, then in principle, if you have like all the sculptors in the world, and you can know if you have enough actions from like Recruiter, then you can play, or enough villagers, I guess I should say, you can play a Sculptor and know that you can sculpt a minion if there are minions left, and then you'll be able to like have a turn regardless of what else is going on. But anyway, I think Sculptor being able to gain 5s, that by itself, I think is pretty significant. And then beyond that, harder to say like how many sculptors we're going to want to play with and all that. So yeah, I mean, obviously we're going to want to trash with Recruiter, and we can go ahead and open Recruiter now, I suppose. Berserker, not actually looking that good. I think between Minion and Guard Dog, I don't know. I'm not sure. Terminal space situation. Okay, we hit 5 again. So, we could go ahead and get a Berserker now. And even though Berserker in the long run doesn't look that great, like right this moment, it does look pretty good to be able to attack. I mean, granted, the bot did get a Guard Dog. If it doesn't have the Guard Dog, that doesn't necessarily, help. And like if it has the Bridge, if we can block it from hitting 5 for Recruiter, etc., that could be pretty good. other considerations would be, so minion, I think would be a reasonable pickup. Sculptor would be a reasonable pickup. The nice thing about Berserker now is we can just like get another thing into the shuffle. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. I mean, there is a risk that we're like actually helping the bot if the bot specifically has the guard dog and estates in hand, but otherwise, like even if the bot has guard dog but also coppers, it's not even it's helping it cycle, but isn't necessarily helping it like otherwise. And we do have 2 villagers, so I think we probably go ahead and take a bridge. We're gonna want mountain villages too, but we don't quite need one. Okay, unfortunately, we are going to run through all of that next turn. Because we're not going to have an estate to trash with the recruiter. We are probably going to want to get a second recruiter at some point too. Incidentally, I wonder. So, do we take guard dog? I think we're gonna berserk for a mountain village. I think. And that will help a little bit. Sure. We do have ways to reduce hand size before playing a guard dog. An Oasis isn't, broadly speaking, isn't doing too much. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, we must, that Berserker attack must have really actually done a number on the bot. Okay. So like I said, we will end up using up all our villagers if we play Recruiter, Bridge, Berserker. We could potentially also just play Recruiter, Berserker. Then we only hit 3. That's not great. Yeah, I think we just go ahead and do it. Take a mountain village. Oh, they played the. That's a weird way to handle that, because that's essentially just sifting. Yeah, like I said, I do want another recruiter, but I wonder if it's better to get either sculptor or minion here. Sculptor does look pretty good. And even if all we do, like, if, like, next turn we were to see, like, Sculptor Recruiter, we sculpt a silver, and then we recruit it, that's still, like, providing value for sure. And getting the second recruiter right this moment, it might just be hard to actually make effective use of it. Well, that's not quite true. I mean, certainly, if nothing else, we can always recruit like the Berserker or the Mountain Village or whatever, just to have some extra villagers, and it's easy enough to replace those things. And maybe that is just the way to go. Pick up, like, get second recruiter, then get the sculptor or minion. Yeah, that's probably right. Okay, well, or we can recruit this guard dog, potentially. Huh. Bot managed to hit 5. Yeah, I think recruiting the guard dog looks correct. Actually, do we even play the bridge? Well, we can't hit 5 if we don't, so yeah, we do. Okay. I think I will take that sculptor now. It's a little tempting to take another berserker, but it's really not what my deck needs. Well, this looks good. Although, I think what we do is we get a sculptor and we sculpt another mountain village. Which then picks up the bridge. That. And I didn't want to trigger the shuffle by picking up the recruiter, otherwise I would have done that, but don't hit 5 here. Do we want to just take more mountain villages? Like, ultimately, we should be able to get by with villagers. Could replace the guard dog, certainly. We could go mountain village guard dog, and like we can always mid-turn gain the bridges. So I guess that's pretty reasonable. Yeah, the bot reacting there is so weird. Okay, I think... I mean, obviously we're going to pick up one of these cards anyway. In terms of getting to the, like, to trash the estate, that's the thing I'm wondering about. What we could do is play the guard dog first. Yeah, maybe that's the play. Okay. Dum. Do we want to do something with the sculptor before we play the recruiter? I don't think so. All right, we don't. So, I'm wondering about getting a minion here. Play the bridge, sculpt a minion. End up recruiting a copper. That should be fine. It is going to make us trigger a shuffle where we top deck 2 coppers, which is not really what I want. Alternatively... It's too bad we bottom deck the Berserker, because what I would like to do is gain and play with the Berserker, but I don't have a good way to do that I can see. Awkward. We could just sculpt a bridge, not bother with the Berserker. And then we have 6 coins, 3 buys, everything costs 2 less. So we could buy 2 5s if we wanted to. Could even get another Berserker and then just plan to recruit it or something. Not unreasonable. Sure. Or we play Bridge and we sculpt Berserker. And then we buy... Granted, then we have less money. Maybe that actually makes less sense. We save a villager by sculpting the Berserker. Alright, well, playing the bridge first. That much seems clear anyway. I don't know, maybe that is good though. Sculpt Berserker, get like 2 more mountain villages and a guard dog, and then next turn hopefully we can actually do more bridge gain and play stuff. We probably don't need this many mountain villages, but oh well. You know, this draw is not great. Wow. It sure isn't. Well, we can Berserk for a guard dog and then pick it up, so it's not terrible. It's not great. Okay. Hmm. I would like to activate this guard dog. Kind of didn't want to play the bridge before I played my recruiter. Oh well. Yeah, this is... I guess we got too many mountain villages. Or we have this other Berserker down here, and I didn't think about that. Okay. Hold on. If we trash the Berserker, we get a bunch of actions. We could do the like sculptor for sculptor thing a bit. Though that, unless we're buying Canal, which we probably aren't, that isn't necessarily that good. Alternatively, and we go pretty low on villagers to do this, we just like trash the copper, or I guess we could trash a guard dog, but like then we berserk for a bridge and pick that up with the mountain village. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. Well, maybe, I mean, we could also I guess it would come out to the same thing. I was going to say, we could also trash the mountain village and play the guard dog, but this basically amounts to the same thing. I think I'm gonna go with that. And we actually could buy canal here. Sculpt bridge, play bridge, buy like guard dog canal. I don't know if that makes sense. It probably doesn't. Adding more sculptors to the deck at the cost of villagers seems a little dicey. Might be better to just take a bridge. All that good enough. And then... I mean, I wouldn't mind having another sculptor in the deck. Get like one sculptor and take the last two mountain villages. Definitely want to take another guard dog. We could take the minion as well. We're down to 4 coppers, so minion starts to look better. Could just be like double minion mountain village. Sure. Oh wow, the bot didn't do anything. Okay. Guess we'll play a recruiter, trash a copper. Well, activate the guard dogs. You know, obviously we can do it with the bridge. That's probably fine. All right. What do we want to berserk for? We're definitely tight on the terminal space. It could just be another minion. I shouldn't forget that fleet is here. Not that the bot has bought it, so... We are straight up out of villagers. So... We're gonna have 2 actions. If we play Berserker Mountain Village, we're gonna have 2 actions left. Again. And then what do we do? Like, we're not really gonna want a minion discard just yet. Could just play 2 minions for coins. 1, 2, 3. Well, what are we gonna have in hand? We're gonna have our dog bridge, minion, sculptor, copper. So we play... Yeah, we do activate the guard dog that way. Okay. But why was I thinking I could berserk for minion? I was doing... Yeah. Well, we could go with Oasis, I guess. I mean, I would like another bridge, of course, but... Oh well. I need it. I need that other recruiter. There it is. Nope, that's not. I don't know why I thought I saw the recruiter. Hmm. Well, crap. We could sculpt a recruiter, I guess. That's probably the play. Get rid of the berserker, I think. We bottom decked both of our. Oh, no, one recruiter. Okay. Hmm. I think we have more mountain villages down there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we should. I wouldn't mind like get another recruiter or recruit the other recruiter. So I wouldn't mind trashing some copper, but sure. If we could stockpile some villagers. Yeah, there's our other two mountain villages that we now have more actions than we need. Great. Okay. So piles are getting pretty low. We have, what, 3 bridges? And the bot also has 3 bridges. So we each have 4 buys. We've got 2 sculptors and a berserker. The bot has 2 berserkers. Berserker can also gain more stuff. So, I mean, I wonder if we ought to buy fleet at this point. And then maybe just 2 more minions and another sculptor or something. Bot is struggling over there. Okay. Only problem with this is what I want to sculpt is bridge and then put the bridges into play, but it does hurt the recruiter stuff. But maybe we've got enough villagers that that's okay. Do we actually play? I mean, we're not going to need many minions or coins if we take the rest of the bridges. We have 6 bridges, so probably we don't. We just discard the other minions so that we have the ability to like get them back with Mountain Village or whatever. I guess we could also just go like, we could just discard this and then plan to pick up the sculptor with Mountain Village as well. Like hang on to our actions for a little bit longer and potentially also be in a better position for recruiter stuff. That seems reasonable to me. Yeah, okay. So pick up the sculptor. Pick up a minion. Recruiting Berserker seems fine. Recruiting Copper also seems fine, as long as we can find other recruiter. We do have We have 3 recruiters. I kind of lost track. We played 1 recruiter, and then we gained a recruiter, and that trashed a berserker, and then we gained another recruiter that trashed. Yeah, so we have 3. Hmm. On the other hand, yeah, recruit the berserker now. I think just to make sure that we can, and we can always sculpt. We can sculpt berserker to get the bridge and have it in the discard pile so we don't have to play it now. We do have 4 mountain villages in play, so we're actually not going to have that much stuff to pick up. But we do have more draw left. Although, do we care about not having it in play anyway? Like, we've got 9 villagers. Maybe we don't. Yeah, never mind. All right. Let's just go all in on this. Good job, bot. I didn't. Uh-huh. All right. As well draw with the guard dog, since that's active anyway. Pick up the minion. You can still get some value out of recruiting recruiter if we need to, or we can recruit a copper. Well, it doesn't matter too much. We're definitely ending the game this turn. Getting the coppers out of the deck does feel good. Definitely not important, but what else would we rather trash anyway? All right, this Oasis. Maybe actually the Oasis. Maybe. We do have another copper. That's what I thought. Okay. Okay, so bridge, sculpt, bridge, that into play. Minion for coins, not that we really need them. And how does this actually work? I guess we go ahead and empty the guard dogs and then take 5 provinces and then don't have any kind of a turn because we drew a bunch of crap. It'd been nice to get the other 3 provinces. I mean, I guess play bridge, activate guard dog, play bridge, sculpt minion. What's better? I don't know. Let's say play bridge, activate guard dog, I guess, since we've got the guard dog right now. Now we discard. Hey, we found a mountain village. Probably pick up the sculptor, if anything. And recruit something. Could just be the recruiter. Could be a sculptor. I mean, sculptor's pretty good though. Could be the minion. We're going to go for playing the guard dog. We don't necessarily need the minion here. Uh, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But we do. Just play the recruiter, maybe. Well. Okay, what would happen if we just played the 3 bridges and a sculptor? What would happen is that we might as well crash a sculptor at that point, I guess. Get some more villagers. Okay. So now we can sculpt provinces. That was the point I was trying to get to. Actually go like to the bridge, sculpt province, sculpt province, and then minion for discard, all this crap. I guess at this point we pick up the copper. Doesn't really matter. Pick up. And now we can take most of the duchies. Slightly better draws, maybe we could have gotten all the duchies. Because I did trash that one sculptor, right? Where was it? Trashed a minion, trashed a sculptor. Yeah. I mean, one more sculptor obviously wouldn't have done it. Maybe there was, yeah, maybe we just didn't have the gains quite for all the duchies. Oh well. I would still say that went, pretty well. Having the 5-2 was obviously crazy. The bot took a long time to get off the ground and then like never really thinned that much. Like it has 2 recruiters, but it still has 8 of its 10 starting cards. I assume it spent some amount of that recruiter stuff on getting villagers, but it was also just kind of slow to get to recruiter in the first place. Like here, oh, they're trashing a state. Oh, it only got that second recruiter on turn 8 and then did not see it the rest of the game. So, yeah, that would do it. And the first recruiter it only got on like maybe turn 6 or something. No, turn 5. Not that that's too different functionally, but anyway. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not sure whether I would expect the bot to have been more competitive if our openings had been more even. Obviously, like the Berserker attack, like isn't like there's the ways to mitigate it, but it's still oppressive in the early game for sure. Maybe if the bot had happened to like see its guard dog turn 3 and use that to hit 5, it would have been at least in an all right spot, but it didn't. But yeah, like I'm not sure whether even so I would expect the bot to do well in this kingdom or not, but certainly it kind of just never had a chance here. And most of what I was doing was just trying to optimize the single player experience rather than like being worried about like actually beating the bot. I did end up like playing around piles probably more than I needed to, because the bot's deck wasn't functional, but I wasn't paying close enough attention to what it was doing to realize how non-functional its deck was. Anyway, well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.